Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online, continuing our Machariel level 4 mission Blitzing, picking up right where we left off in the last video, solving our standings problem. That was an interesting little bit, had fun figuring out, and we got her going. So this is just after the birthday event, so Kel does have some extra skill points kicking around, 1.1 million. He's going to sit on those for a while, let things train. I'm going to save those for emergencies if I come up with some stuff. I'm just filling in some holes. I'm going to start doing some other things. But yeah, so we got our standings fixed. It's pretty cool. So let's see what our mission is. I think I remember a few days ago. Yeah, Recon. So we can do this as a blitz in our interceptor and check out our effective standings right now. 5.89. So let's take a look. Now that we've got level 4 of connections and level 4 of diplomacy trained up. Didn't run any missions since last video. So we're up to minus 2.6. So that gives us a little room to skip some missions if we want. But this is the big one. Went from 5.01 to, whoops, yeah. Oh, yeah, Inventory Republic. What am I doing here? No. Can't remember what I was doing. 5.01 to 5.89. So that's pretty significant boost. Because it's a percentage boost, the more you have, the more of an effect it has on it. So that's excellent. So we're going to go ahead and do Recon. I'm going to go do Recon. So yeah, today's been a busy day. It's actually later in the afternoon for me. 3-ish, 4, something like that. What time is it? 3 p.m. Busy day. I know the Mauro guys, they put a fleet together and went and killed a fob without me, which was great. They've done a couple, but it was my XO's first fleet outside of faction warfare. So it was pretty exciting. It seems like they did a pretty good job. They cleared our system of nuisance. And so good job, guys. Well done. There should be information on that in Zkill if you want to go see, but just using our spider tank Dominixes and learning some lessons, so well done. Alright, so we're going to do some recon here. I haven't actually had a lot of time to play EVE since I recorded that last video, and my guess is these two are actually going to come out really close together even though they were recorded almost a week apart, so that's fun too. Okay, recon. Can I warp to it? I can. Oh, we need to hide this. Whoop. There we go. Nice clean mess. We don't actually need this. This is just a quick fly through. Not a problem at all. Fly to and jump through the gate on the other side of this one. A couple days ago, Thursday, we recorded, Ash, Dorothy, and I recorded our next episode of EVE Universe podcast, so that should be hitting the Talking in Stations stream in the next few days, which is excellent. Pretty excited about that. It was a good discussion. I always like, whoa, what? Oh yeah, warp out. Shoot. Not the part I thought it was. Don't lock me, bro. Okay, I forgot. It's not that one. It's the next one where you have to warp through. Anyways, so recorded that. We did talk about the level 4 mission blitzing, so that was really good. We talked about what I'm doing here in this channel and what my thoughts are currently on missions in general and that sort of thing. So that was pretty cool. I think we recorded for just over 2 hours. I don't know what the final edit will come to, but probably a lot less than that. Maybe they'll cut out some of my rambling, because if you think I ramble here on my channel, some of it. But we did it live on Ash's stream as well, so that was pretty cool. I was interacting with the channel there, so I'm definitely going to do that more. I'll get in the habit of trying to notify people if you're interested in checking that out. When we do record the Universe podcast, I'll let people here know, so follow me on Twitter. That'll be the easiest place. There's a couple other ways I can do it that I might figure out when I have time, like putting a posting here on YouTube, but definitely follow me on Twitter if you want to know, and I will tweet that out when I'm going live with Ash on his channel. And I think for now that's probably where you'll see me mostly on Twitch, is on Ash's channel. So yeah, that was pretty quick. I didn't even get through all my thoughts, but it's okay. 172 million. Okay, so I'm just gonna let's throw this in here, Ben. It's nice and easy. 1, 8, 6. See if I can do this live without making too many mistakes. Okay. Session income currently is 1.72. Copy. I had thought about putting the session LP into the session income as well. I should have started that at 0 for you guys for this video, but that's okay. Total income, total LP, not a bad boost. That's equivalent to about 6 mil. So I had a few people reach out thinking that I'm nuts to be giving away my Machariel at the end of this. And I don't know, I think giving away ships is a lot of fun. And I think it would encourage... What? It just went down? How did that go down? Okay, I'm going to... Oh yeah, it's supposed to go down. It goes down because that's the finalist income. 13 actually, because we did the storyline mission. There we go. All right, complete the mission. I did that pretty quick. I don't think I made any mistakes. Everything looks good, and we can move on. Recon complete, I said. Oh, I have to kill those. Oh no, not required. Why is that being stupid? Doesn't it just fly through the gate and then warp out before you get killed? Did I just do something wrong? Let's take a look. That's fun. This is wonderful video, me not knowing what I'm doing all of a sudden. I've done this so many times. Oh yeah, I did have to actually get to that gate. So I'm gonna have to hope they can't hit me. Okay. I've just never seen anything, I think I've never seen anything spawn there in that first room, and that's what threw me off. Alright. So, we'll go back. They shouldn't be able to hit me, right? Load up. Okay, try this again. We'll actually turn this on though for sure. Okay, so we did have to go through that second gate. That was weird. Well, at least we've already done our updates. Maybe we'll be able to just move on to the next part right away. So I did do all 16 days, obviously, of the login event. Mostly I just... Whoa. Oh dear. This isn't going to go well for me. We're going to die. We are going to die if they shoot me. They're not locking me though, so they... Oh, there they go, quick! Don't get hit, bro. I think we were already in warp, so that didn't actually do it. Perfect. Okay. That's the first time I've had to do that with actual bad guys on grid, so... There we go, that's better. Oh, yeah, I know we're almost at a cap. This thing does not have capacitor. It does not. So yeah, you definitely want to move fast. What else has been going on? We are 2 weeks away, a little bit less than 2 weeks away from the invasion. So we should be seeing something coming out of, I believe it's Eve Down Under is the next leg. Eve Down Under the next one? I think so. We just got the Amsterdam. We got some information from there. That's pretty cool. What? I just got a cappuccino jelly bean from Critter. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay, bye. Run. Okay, thank you. Close the door, please. All right, little peek behind the curtain again. Okay. That's actually not a bad jelly bean. I'm actually a little awkward at the moment. My wrist has been sore, so I'm wearing a wrist brace. So it's making it a little harder to press keys on that left hand. All right, so we already updated for that one. Let's do the second part. And then we don't do the third. Okay. Do this nice and quick here. But yeah, basically this is all I've been doing since I logged in. I think midway through last week I logged in for about an hour and just ran some Abyss and my Gila. Nothing too interesting. I didn't get anything really exciting. I got a, I guess, Vedmak blueprint is pretty good. Maybe I can get that built or sold on the market. I'll see what my industry guys want to do if someone wants to build it for me. I did get a Vedmak blueprint, so that's cool. So I now have a Vedmak and a Damovic sitting there. I'm looking forward to the Tech 2 cruiser. That's currently actually what Kel is training. So that hopefully by the 28th I'll have the skills to fly the assault cruiser. I think that could be a lot of fun. It's doing that thing again, so I just gotta escape out. Okay. I did do a quick test flight of it on the test server. Where's my gate? There it is. Right there. Come on, click on it. Right there. That was silly. So I did fly it a little bit on the test server, just did some basic combat sites. Didn't take it into the abyss or anything yet. That's probably what I would do. Don't overheat. It's probably what I would use it for, to be completely honest. So we'll probably need to do more than one cycle to get there. So that was cool. Looking forward to having that live. I don't know what we do with that as a high sec thing. Let's see what the tank can get up to. Maybe if the tank can get high enough, we could take it on some fob bashes, but I think it would be much too weak for that. I think. There we go. That was well timed. We should be able to hear before they can even start locking us. So that's Recon 1 and 2. What I'm looking for actually is I would like to do some more of the, there it is, right hand of Zazmataz to get some more of those implants. I think a handful of those and ship my Machariel will have paid for itself. Again, definitely if you can run these efficiently, more efficiently than I do, I can see this being an income source. It is a little expensive to set up, so you probably wouldn't want to do it as you're out of the gate. Because obviously you got to build up the standings, you got to build up this to buy the ships. There are maybe some cheaper fits we could look at for doing this, but the nice thing about the Machariel is the warp speed. Okay, stand by. We're going to update our sheet. Alright, there we go. And as I say, the very next mission we grabbed is the right hand of Zazmataz, which is great. We have a chance at that loot drop again, so we're going to try and do this. I'm going to accept this mission. We need to fix up our tank, because we want to be doing kinetic thermal tanking and damage. So we need to make sure we are currently EM thermal, so we can drop the EM and put in a kinetic. And ammo's fine, we can do that en route. Actually, I forgot to check where it actually is. It is next door. Okay, perfect. So we'll change our ammo in flight. Let's do this. This is the one where we kill Zor and the structure and get the loot box from Zor and loot warp out. We can usually tractor. How come that didn't click? Thank you. Tractor in the loot box as we're going. The loot box, yeah, the loot crate, whatever. Should be pretty quick. I think it's definitely worth it for the chance of getting the Public Fleet View Phased Plasma. Jump. Everything else is ready. We're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Now this could be one. Which one is the one? The Pirate Invasion, I think, is the one we want to use the jump drive on. And maybe... I don't remember. There's one more where we might want to use the jump drive, but I think definitely the Pirate Invasion, where you have to jump to go and kill the guys at the carrier wreck. You could jump to them and get in range a lot quicker, blast them, and then warp out. Yeah, so reload's done before we even land on grid. This is great. I'm hoping I've still been tweaking the video recording settings because I've been noticing some frame loss. Some of it is the game and it still does it. Like when we were in Warp Tunnel there it did it, but it shouldn't do it too often. Not as often as I was seeing in that last video. So it's just one of those things. It doesn't do it all the time too. So like I'll do 2 or 3 tests doing something, even running a level 4 mission, and it's fine. And then next thing you know, the next recording I do, sure enough, there we go. Okay, so we gotta go straight for Zor. Right there. It's the only one we care about. He's over here. So Zor, and the lookout tower, and the Microwarpdrive, the shooting. Actually, let's shoot him first. because we need to kill him and get his loot box started. And once we get a little close, turn off the MWD, probably this cycle. Jones is right there. Okay. We're just going to fly straight at him, because the closer we get, the more damage we do, baby. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We're in range now. That's okay. So we can block that up. We're in range to get the tractor beam on it. Where are we aligning? Ooh, we might bounce off the structure. We'll see. I get our repper running. Can we shoot this? I don't know why that wasn't shooting. It was supposed to be. Come on, hit it. I'm gonna actually loot this. All gems, jump. What did we get? Did we get anything good? Does not look. We got. No, we didn't get. We didn't get it this time, but we got the mission. Did I kill the structure? Didn't kill the structure first. I don't know why my reps weren't holding as well either. Probably should have Microwarpdrive. I can't believe I didn't kill the structure. Ah, such an idiot. Okay, well. I was too excited. That's why. So we got some cap boosters. That's interesting. Did we get all this from it, really? I mean, it's not worth much, but got some cap boosters. It's going to hit this station. My armor's actually going to repair, but we'll get some capacitor. That's funny. So this is the type of thing that cuts into your income, not finishing the mission before you warp out. But that's okay. We'll be able to do it this time. That's too funny. So if we had used the Microwarpdrive, we probably could have reduced some of the damage. I was a little bit afraid of bouncing off the structure, but then I didn't kill it anyway, so yay. We got this. Did I get it? Did I get it? I don't see it here now. Looks like maybe I did get it. Oh, but this would be gone. What the? Destroy the headquarters within the 7 tunnel. Oh, was it still there then? Maybe I shot the wrong structure. Okay. Just wanted to read it. This is weird. That's the same structure I usually kill. It's the one that's right next to Zora. Well, I'll just have to poke in again. Luckily we warped pretty fast for a battleship. I'm going to start this now. I must have destroyed the wrong structure. It's okay, it won't take long. Because even at this range, we're pretty good. Yes, I know we're not quite in range, but that's okay. Outpost headquarters. I was sure it was that satellite dish looking deal last time. I don't want to pop this cat booster if I don't have to, but I will. I just popped one by accident. Alright. Interesting. Second time's a charm, that's fun. Got too greedy, I thought it was that structure, but I must have gone and done it through the direct menu the last time. I just assumed that I knew what I was doing. That's 2 now. Got some stuff to scrap out of here, but we did complete the mission, so that's excellent. Just grinding along. So what else we got going on here? We have the invasion coming, which is really exciting. I have a long weekend this weekend, which I'm loving. You know, being able to just chill, get some recording done. I've been still been playing Magic the Gathering. I do that off camera now. It doesn't really feel like a game that needs a whole lot of recording when I'm not doing jank decks. I'm just kind of doing the same thing, playing, you know, my Izzet Drakes or my Izzet Phoenix decks. I might start streaming it if I start drafting more regularly. Stream the drafts, maybe. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. If not, we'll see. What else? We have the CSM elections. Super important. Get to know your candidates, read the articles, listen to the interviews. I highly recommend it. The biggest solution is if you don't feel the CSM represents you, elect somebody who does. And if enough people do that, that's how it works. I mean, obviously, yeah, the goons can probably always get their guys in, but we can also do our part. Oops. 1132. I'll just do it this way. Alright, so we did it, finally. Let me update this, and then we'll talk about my thoughts on the CSM. Just briefly. So stand by. Okay, and we are back. We have another mission that we can do, cargo delivery, nice and easy with our interceptor, so we're going to do that. And we're just going to take a quick, while I do that, hopefully I can fit in a quick chat about the CSM and my thoughts while we do it. So, I think the CSM is a good part of EVE. I think it's something that's important. I don't think it does, as we discussed on EVE Universe podcast, I don't think it actually does, or Ash kind of just mentioned at the end, we didn't discuss it. But it doesn't do what people think it does. It's not, or seem to think it does. Majority of people think that they influence decisions made by CCP. No, stop. Don't. Influence decisions made by CCP. Like, you can get your agenda done. I want to do X, Y, Z. I want to get rid of level 4 missions and switch them out for something else. And they think they run on a platform where that's what they're going to be after, and they're going to hound CCP until they do it. And that's not how it works for 99% of things. My understanding of how CSM works is that CCP has some ideas, and they use the CSM as kind of a specialized, dedicated focus group to help understand how it's going to affect some parts of the game. EVE is a very complicated game, especially since a lot of the metagaming and all that is driven by the players themselves and not necessarily the mechanics. But also, I mean, the mechanics do also have a giant effect on where the game goes. And so it's good to get player feedback from the community or from the CSM or through the CSM on how those may affect the overall game and where they can see the problems. And they'll see things that CSM can miss, or CCP can miss a lot of the times. So you want people, in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, you want people who are going to, yes, they're going to represent your needs, your view of the game, and your interests, right? So have it so that they can represent, so they can properly discuss how these changes are going to affect your play style. So in high sec, someone who knows a lot about war decks was probably a good idea to have on this last CSM, and maybe even the next one, because we're in the middle of some major changes to the war deck system. So I would want somebody who's going to not only know a lot about war decks, but see it not necessarily from the gankers or the war decking corps, quote unquote, points of view, but see it maybe from a new bro corp point of view, or how it affects new players, or how it affects the average high sep small, corp of people who aren't ready to do that level of PvP necessarily. And yes, there's room for it. Yes, it has to be dangerous, so there is some risk, but where is that line? How much risk is too much? How much safety is too much, etc. And it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. But finding a candidate that can talk about that and understands that from both sides, or multiple candidates, or whatever it takes, but understanding those from a variety of angles, and that's important. So to that end, what's important to me in EVE right now especially is new player experience, especially onboarding. Like, you get a fresh new player, what's their first week, 2 weeks, or what's their first hour, week, month, year? What did that look like for a new player? So that's super important, understanding what drives a new player to stick around, maybe join a high sec, low sec, null sec, wormhole corp. Do something more than just grind until you burn out and then leave the game. So that's what's important to me. So I'm looking at the list and just a quick skim. So after I update our sheet and we get our next mission, I will tell you what I think. Just looking at I haven't dug in, but I'll tell you. Stand by. Okay, so first off, this mission is not on our list, but it is one of my favorites. So we're going to run it as a way to get some more standings. Let's see what we're at. Minus 2-6 for him. So we're going to use this one as a way. It's a little bit longer because we have to do some killing. We do get some stuff out of it, so we're going to have to do that. It is one of my favorite missions to run. It's kind of chill, but there's lots to do. So going up against the Imperium of Man. I think it's the Imperium of Equilibrium of Mankind. Yeah, Equilibrium of Mankind. They have skins EOM. Their ships look like the Oramara, but they shoot kinetic thermal. The one thing we have to watch for is scramming and warp disruption, but not going to be a big deal. I think our Machariel can do it, so we are going to make sure we're in our Machariel and not our Interceptor, which can't do it. I'm pretty sure our Machariel can do it. We don't have the range, so we might have to do some closing of the gaps, but I wanted to talk anyway, so this will be a good one. Let's just clear out some of this garbage, the garbo here. No, we need that. We'll keep that in there. That. Okay. Excellent. Gate key, nave boosters. Okay. Alright, so we're going to accept that. It is next door. Okay, so what's important to me in EVE Online? New bro experience, as I said, the new player experience, your first hour, first day, first week, first month, first year. Super important to me. It's kind of what I'm doing in Malro, trying to help out with that. So obviously, candidates I'm interested in have experience with that, with dealing with new bros or doing things for new bros, that sort of thing. Back-end technology, I love the fact that we have access to ESI and can build tools that help manage this game. I think player-built tools, it's kind of like EVE's version of modding. While we can't directly interface with the client, we can do a lot of other things in the periphery that help out. Malro's industry is run on a web tool. We have a website that our entire industry stuff is run off of, and it's awesome. Built by some of our guys. That sort of thing. Being able to track skill queues, being able to do fits with things like Pyfa, and have your actual live character in there to do that. So that's important to me. Even though I don't do it myself, I love the tools, and making that easier and more beneficial and more benefits is key. What else? Community. So content creators and people that build communities around it. So Streamfleet is excellent. Other YouTubers, that sort of thing. Even just podcasts, well, just quote unquote, just podcasters, like all of that type of stuff, and lots of support for that is important. So the types of candidates that I'm looking for are the ones who have those kinds of things, that they do those, they understand them, and they can impart to CCP how any changes might affect those little groups, right? So you may not think about it, but changing mid-level formations may affect a player like me who does this kind of content on YouTube. And so it'd be nice to have someone who understands how that all works. Now, this isn't even a big part. I'd probably be okay if they got rid of missions, but that's the point is. having people that represent or reflect my interests in game. I want to try to get them onto the CSM. Okay, hang on, we're landing here. So there's going to be basically 3 battleships, 3 cruisers. The cruisers are the triggers, so we're going to want to kill the battleships first. And what happens is, as you kill one of these cruisers, you get another wave, and so on down the line. And then you have to kill that wave, and so on. And the triggers are basically like the cruiser first, and then the battleship. I think they're called Hydras and then Ogres, something like that, basically. We don't want to hit the structure, though. I might actually, you know what? It's aligned to this one. Check this out. We're going to do it. We'll get aligned. Once we're aligned, see, they're shooting missiles at me. I'm going to jump out to them. And I think we're going to slightly miss, but that's okay. Kill this first. So in just a quick look over the list, if I skim down, I see some names already that jump out. There's some that I voted for before that I would definitely put on my ballot. So they have a transferable ballot, so a single transferable vote. Ooh, a little bit of that's the client right there, that lagged from the micro jump drive. That's awesome. Let's shoot this guy up. And we'll start closing in on this one. Or this one. Doesn't really matter. Hopefully we can just get some traversal here. So just skimming through the list, top of my list would be Mike Azariah. For those who don't know, Mike Azariah runs a program called Project Magic School Bus, where he has a bowhead full of new bro ships, and he flies around the new player areas, handing out ships for them. Wow, it is really lagging today. That's client, that's not my video today. Wow, okay. Let's drop the graphics. Maybe we can get something. Let's turn on my repper just so that I'm on. Guy's almost dead. Whoops, I'm going to switch it, and then I'm going to drop the graphics a bit. So, yeah, Project Magic School Bus, he goes around to new bro stations and hands out ships to new players. It's what he does. Optimize settings for performance. This is going to look ugly, but we got to get it. Okay, see how that goes. So that's someone I would put on my ballot. Now, I haven't decided what order, but these are kind of like my top guys. So Mike Azariah. Steve Renukin. Steve Renukin is a developer. He makes a lot of tools I use. Fuzzwork Industries, so the LP store tool, that's his. The one that I use to decide what I'm going to take to market and sell while I'm doing missions. He has all sorts of stuff. He has a whole website, Fuzzworks. Go check it out. So he's someone I would vote for because he's into the dev side of things, the third-party development, and building player-built tools to help. And then the community side, there's actually 2 right now that I'm really interested in. Again, this is without looking at any of their listening to their interviews yet or any of that stuff. That is coming. I'll be doing that at work over the next few weeks. Would be Manic Velocity, a fellow YouTuber. He's a streamer. He does a lot of really excellent work. A little memey at times, but I like it. But he's also got good personality, and you can definitely see how he could impart the value of what we do to CCP. And Machariel. Machariel will be another one I'd put on my ballot somewhere. And these will probably end up being, at first glance, these would be my top 4. It's just a matter of which order they go in. Obviously, Machariel of Talking in Stations podcast. Really knowledgeable. Talks to a lot of people. Has his fingers in a lot of, pulse on a lot, or fingers on the pulse of a lot of different streams. Can talk to, he's semi-neutral. More so now that they've taken the Talking in Stations off of the Imperium network and given it its own, which is good. I think that was a good move. So, yeah, he would be one that's definitely on my ballot. And again, it's just a matter of where do I put him. Let's just approach this guy and shoot him. I think we're okay for a little bit. This is where we get our chains. I've never actually done this in the Blitzing Mag. So those are like the 4 I'm thinking of right now that would go on my ballot in the top 4. There's a few other notables on here. Dunk Dinkle of Brave Newbies. I was in Brave Newbies for a little while. Would have a good idea of getting new bros into nullsec. Yeah. So there is, Google the information. There is a site. I'll try to remember to link it in the comments down below. If I don't, remind me. There's supposed to be a battleship here, but first one was 2 cruisers. But there is definitely a document that lists all of the current or the upcoming candidates, and various websites and podcasts will be doing interviews, and so I definitely recommend reading through all of that, finding people that will represent you well, and vote for them. No vote is wasted. No, just vote your way. Don't let anybody tell you who to vote for. Don't think that just because you're not voting for the goon person, your vote is wasted. If enough, as with any election, if enough people vote the way they should vote, which is how they feel and not how they're told, then that's how we can affect a lot of that change. Not to say that the goons won't get in whoever they want. It's just they can only get in so many, and we can get ours in as well. So as a high-sec PvEer working with New Bros that does content on YouTube, that kind of dictates where I would put my votes. We have to get in closer to this guy. We're going to fly to the building to do it. Let's go around here. Almost be worth having some long-range ammo for this. We'll get our drones out on these frigates. I think once they get in close, they might web us. Alright. Yeah, cool. Look at that list. We're going to minimize that. Alright, let's focus on this. We got to pay attention because we are... definitely got to watch our cap. Let's get our drones out. Hobbs, go get this guy. We'll have to watch them. They may switch. Okay. So this will be a little more longer for him, obviously. We're actually doing pretty good against this battleship from this range. I kind of need to get around this structure so I can close the distance. See if I can squeeze through, like over here. Drones are okay. Maybe one pulse of our armor repper. I'm trying to really watch the capacitor because I really don't want to... So there's multiple different kinds of possible waves. Some of them are multiple battleships, which are going to be... We're being webbed really heavily here. One of the frigates is dead. That's good. They're going to stop webbing us, which will be helpful. So once he's dead, we should get the next wave, which will be interesting. We'll pulse this. Double battleships. Where is this? Where are these guys? They're both over there, eh? Okay, we're going to kind of just sort of skirt along over here. We may have to jump drive over to them, but that's going to take our capacitor out. Call these in. We're going to use one of these. Just to get a little more capacitor. I'm going to start taking damage. We definitely have to start closing this gap because we're way outside of our optimal, obviously. We're outside of our first fall-off target as well. So we're doing less than 50% damage. Now we're hung up on the structure. We're too close. The hitbox is weird. We're flying through rubble. We'll do a pulse of our armor ripper here. Okay, so that's CSM covered. Excellent. Making progress. Okay, how are we doing now? That's good. They're going to start applying here shortly. Alright. So it's definitely not necessarily the best ship for this. I think the Dominics, we'd be just melting through this because we can MJD out and just kill them as they close the gap. But this is fun too. We're in within our fall off now. So we could let's get in on this guy real good. We'll close in one pulse of the MWD. So that once we get this guy down, we'll be in range to maybe apply some serious damage to the other Hydra. The Ogre's probably the trigger now that I'm thinking about it. I've probably just spawned another wave, which could get bad. If you don't watch your triggers, you're going to have a hard time. Yeah, there we go. Deathlord. Ooh, and he's close. We're going to try and orbit him at 20. Hope for the best here. He's going to start hurting us. Let's get our drones out to help with some DPS. Not that they do a whole lot. Oh crap, where's the Deathlord actually? Is he up? Yeah, we're bouncing off structure again, aren't we? We're doing okay though. It's mostly the Crusaders. There's the Deathlord coming in. I think we do have our traversal up a little bit. We can't see any of the explosions now because I had to cut the graphics back, but it looks like the recording has recovered. No. No drones. Shoot that guy. We're actually only going to get 3 cycles with our guns before we have to reload, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, there's a pulse. It's going to recharge here in a second because we do have a pulse. Boom. Armor regen. Yeah, we're reloading. So drones are out there doing what they do. We're going to have to get closer, but I want to kind of... The structure in the middle is being a pain in the butt. Open up our volleys here. So once we kill him, we'll kill the next Crusader. We'll probably have to MJD out to the next to get close. Let's actually pulse our Repper here. We may have to use another one of these. We're going to take auto repeat off. Shouldn't have to do more than one. Don't want anything to turn off. I might actually drop the tracking speed. I'm going to drop the tracking speed because really we're shooting battleships. That'll help us save some cap as well. Okay, we can start turning into them here. Maybe we can actually get into some range here. Let's do this. Not the best fit for this mission. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Get the Repper 1 pulse. This keeping it up higher will give me more time to get out if things go seriously wrong. Obviously, I miss. Whoops. Did I just bump it? No, I almost hit the F3 key again. That's my armor Repper. There we go. Now we're going to do some damage because we're getting close. Hopefully the next ones won't spawn with us having to go around this structure again. That'll be nice. This should be the last one. The Deathlord, I believe, is the last wave. Let's shoot this guy and we'll see where we have to go next. These guys don't do a whole lot. Alright. The things we have to do. Next time I'll definitely bring the Dominics for this mission. The range is the biggest thing. I can play full DPS out to like 200 kilometers. It's pretty good. Which way are you? Close the distance on them. Not that we need to. Get our Hobbs out once we're locked up. And we don't want to kill the Crusader. We want to kill the Death Knight, because the Crusader is the dude that's going to spawn the next wave. Hobbs out. Repper up. 1 pulse. We got a good recharge on our unit there. On our capacitors, so that's good. No. We'll definitely want to make sure we call them after this so they don't jump onto the Crusader. Not that they can do a whole lot of damage. It matters more when you're doing... Where are you? That way? Okay. Let's turn around. Gonna need a pulse here in a second. Let's get our drones on him. Excellent. And we'll just, we have enough. Maybe we can pulse this once. Let's see how bad that does for our... Yeah, that's good. Close some distance. I'm just rambling. I've kind of gone through all of my current thoughts, really. Microphone did something weird there. I'm going to crank it down just a hair. It seemed like my mic input overloaded. That was weird. Never seen that before. 3. Another pulse of the armor Repper. Close the distance on this guy now that we're around the structure. How much does this take to activate? Activate? Activate. Takes about a third. That's not so bad. Okay. Now we don't want to kill the ogre first. No. Kill the Hydra first. Okay, and let's where are you? I'm come in on you. You guys are close enough together now. This is working out. Oops, they didn't go. Pulse the Repper once. Okay. It's going alright. It's going alright indeed. I'm going to close in on the ogre because I want to be within, like, well, as close as I can get. Because 3,000 is our max damage. 3,000 kilometers. Let's pulse this baby. So if we took some of the lesser damage, longer range, maybe be better, but this works actually quite well. Why are we not shooting? Can I please do that? Thank you. The nice thing is the trigger cruiser likes to get right in on top of you. Ooh, something hit us there a little bit. That's okay. Yeah, now we're in there doing some damage. 6,000 deep damage per shot. Almost 1,200 there. If you guys have questions you'd like me to answer either in chat, in the text, or on my next recording, definitely ask them. You can hit me in the Discord chat, YouTube chat, or even hit me up on Twitter. Twitter works. What else? Discord, you can hop into the Mauro Discord and talk there. I do have a Pockets DK Discord, but it's kind of dead at the moment. Just haven't had a chance to really play with it and build it up. But if you want to pop over to my PDK Discord, not have to worry about the corp information, and just talk to me and some other people about even other games, that's a good place to do that. The links to all that will be in the description for this video, and almost all my videos, anything more recent, anything in the last year for sure. Alright, now we're doing alright. I think we didn't need this tracking bonus. We're doing quite well without it. We should start actually applying some serious damage here. We got a Repper cycle hitting here now. Capacitor is recharging quite nicely. Oh, wish the hitbox was a little tighter on these older models, so you can fly by sight, not bounce off structures like that. We're going to do another pulse of this once we're aligned. Aligned-ish. And then we have one more wave to get through, and we'll get a bonus and or a standings hit or gain. God, I can't talk anymore. But you can see the difference. We're going to taking all this time. It's going to make us. It is going to make us 2, 4. Yeah, about 4.7 or 1 point. Yeah, 4.73, 4.79. 4.8 million, something in there. But it's about, even this one's 20 minutes, half an hour to do. Whereas we could have run in that time 4 other missions and made, well, 4 or 5 times that. Okay, so now the drones don't matter. If we were doing artillery, where are you guys? I'm gonna go this way and shoot you. These shouldn't take too long. We'll probably reload while the drones start on the second guy, just so we have a full clip for the last couple of battleships. So we'll reload now. Yep. Doesn't take too long. If we had artillery, we could, get at distance and use sentry drones and stuff. But I didn't want to like refit, so I just grabbed a whole new ship. And the Dominix is super cheap. I think my fit is like 300 million. If we ever have to use it again, I will show you. There we go. Oh, just a Hydra this time. Sweet. Where is he? So I'm holding C and clicking on here to track the camera on him. That's how I'm doing that, in case you're wondering. You hold C, you have track, and you click on it, and your camera will track it. Just in case we're not aware of that. I'm going to a couple pulses. We got our full capacitor, so we're going to crank this all back up. Just in case. And we'll do 2, 3 pulses. I want to get in on this guy. Kill him quick. We'll have an armor rep landing here in a second. Top us up. Boom. Just like that. Guns are blazing. Okay, let's follow this guy now. He should run away from us. They typically do because they want to shoot at range. I do run this mission in my Gila. I definitely have to watch the drones on that one because the drones do a lot of damage. They can kill the cruisers fast. So that's how I got in the habit of recalling them after every wave. Ooh, we're going to jump to that one. We'll jump to the... Yeah, they should be together. See? So let's get the line up. Let's pull the drones in. We're not going to bother shooting them yet. Once we're pointed their way, we're going to jump to them. Maybe slightly down like this. Ready, go. Oh! Was that some more bounties? Yeah! So, sweet. We got bounties today twice. 9 million. These are nice because like the ogres are worth, these are worth quite a bit. 500,000 per battleship. Ooh. Got the jump off. Now we can get our drones out. Do have to turn around because we overshot them a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, it wasn't much closer. I guess it's probably a waste, but I have it, so I want to use it. I'm going to get this cycling once. Close some distance. Can we get those drones over on that Hydra? Thank you. Not that they really matter. There's our pulse for our armor repper. Bang. I'm actually close on this guy specifically. We're going to do another 2 pulses or 3 pulses of this. We have the capacitor for it now. If we have to, we know we can turn these off if we need to, so that's great. Not really worth looting. Nothing drops any sort of like faction items or anything like that that I've been able to find. I'm going to be right on this guy. That's awesome. Look at the damage increase as we close that gap, eh? We're going to close this. It should just melt this thing. There you go, you see? They're like a bluish. I should have actually shown. Apocalypse. But they shoot missiles and do kinetic thermal damage. What skin am I wearing? Oh yeah, I turned off my turned down my graphics. So I'm going to tweak the settings yet again. I really got to get the dedicated recording machine up. I think that'll help a lot. I have most of it. I just need to figure out which capture card I want to use. There we go. Oh no, Deathlord. I think we'll just use the Microwarpdrive this time to close on him. I don't want to have to go back and pick up the wardens after. I should have brought medium drones. I should swap them out for mediums. Let's use this. Turn these off to conserve. Because we're not going to have much of a tracking penalty. And open fire. Like he's going slow too. Okay. Obviously this is a lot more exciting with all the graphics turned up, but I don't know why the recording tanked so bad. YouTube things, I guess. Not just YouTube, but video recording things. That's the last pulse of that. I don't want to kill my capacitor and have my resistance modules turn off. Pulse the repper. And that should do it for this mission. Alright. We're going to bounce right off of him. As close as we can get. I missed him. That's too funny. Look at that. 2600 from this close. Can't believe I bumped into him and missed him. Alright, mission incomplete. So we will cache that in once the drones land. We'll reload this. We may not have enough capacitor to do the full jump. How exciting. Let's reload that as well. Still haven't used up our full, still haven't had to restock. We'll have to do that soon. We'll see what kind of standings boost we get for that. And yeah, I just didn't want to risk getting into trouble again with my agent. I think switching the wardens out for some medium drones would be the way to go. How much room do we have? Oh no. This drone bay. Yeah, so we don't really have room for a full fleet of heavies. So if we drop these wardens and put in heavies or hammerheads, that's probably good enough. Normally, if you really want to get into it, you'd have the different drones, so you can switch your damage type with drones, but the drones aren't really a critical part of the DPS, though mediums against battleships would definitely help. So it's definitely something we should consider. Let's dock this baby up and call it a mission, or call it a day. All right. And update our spreadsheet with our numbers. And yeah, I ran a little bit of rambling there at the end, but that's what I do. Anybody who's watched many of my videos knows that is just the way I am. 0, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this one's not bad. It does have a decent payout. It's over $1 million per. The battleships end up being worth a fair bit. What was our bounty again? We got 8,520,000. 8,520,000. That's a pretty good bounty, and that was from. So that mission was 10 million. But what did we get for? And 4, so 15 million, let's just say, between the bounties. Well, some of that bounties was from the mission, so it's hard to say with bounties. And you get the bounties anyway. So it's not like this mission has a lot gathered in one, but as you're blitzing missions, you're going to be killing things anyways. So the bounties should equal out overall. We didn't get any good loot, so I'm not going to track any of that. I'm only going to track the big ones. All right. Let me quickly update the sheet. We'll see where our final standings are. And we'll call it a day. Stand by. All right, I docked up at the wrong station, but we're headed home now. That was a pretty good episode. I mean, we didn't get the big loot drop, but we did manage to, this session, make 15 million in rewards and bounties. And again, we haven't actually got all of the bounties yet for the last mission when I was thinking about it, because we got this ping partway through, right here. So that was 6 minutes in, or 6 minutes ago. So we still have another ping coming up in about 8 minutes, 9 minutes. So not a bad day. 15 million for that session in just ISK from the bounties and the rewards. We're up to 59 million worth of LP, and bringing us up to 147 million so far. So we're getting close. Well, still owing 534 million for this hull of this ship. And so there's going to be a few more videos yet. That last mission, while it did pay out more in rewards, this is something I really have to stress. So that mission was, without the bounties, let's not count that, 2 million ISK total. In fact, I will bring this up so you can see it. If I click the right button, that will work. Alright, so you can see it here. So that was this mission here. This is the bounty, plus this bounty popped a little earlier. So say 2 million. These bounties would add up. You can see over the first day, we did our 3 missions, we did 4 million in bounties. So they will add up. If we blitz these all at once, because we could do 5 or 6, 7 even, we could have hit that anyways, or very close to it. So that's fine. Though that last mission is good because those battleships do add up. But we got 2 million. But you can see how long that took. We could have done at least 2, probably more like 3 blitzables. So we could have made this in the same amount of time. 4.3 million if we did manage to get 4 missions. Or even 2 of them would have put us very close or over. So the faster you can do the missions, the better it is. And again, this is even our primary income. What you're looking for is this LP. And again, for that, say, 20 minutes, half an hour, I have to check the camera. I didn't actually track it. We missed out on this. Potentially. So we could have done another 15 million over this 5 million. For those who don't know about Google Docs, you can look down here. It tells you the sum of a highlighted set of fields. So that's how I'm doing that. See your average, your minimum, count, everything. Pretty cool. All right, so that's on the way. Hopefully, the next couple videos we can build up some standings, which is the other thing I wanted to check. Close our wallet. Let's open up our dude. There he is. Give us the mission. Pirate Invasion, another blitzable mission. Beautiful. We'll do that the next time. And you can see it's blitzable. We're going to do it fairly fast, and it's almost the same. In fact, it's probably a little bit more value. Just saying. So if you don't spend the time dilly-dallying like me, we are over 0 as well, so we can afford to skip a couple missions now. That's excellent. So the next video, episode 5, I'd like some things to talk about. I might see if I can get another blitzer. I know one of the other guys in my corpse has been blitzing missions. He also runs burners, so I might bring him on to talk about it, see if he's interested. If you see this video, you know who you are. Let me know if I don't get to you first. And as always, guys, take care of each other. And I am out of here.